Politics now for more on this is Minnesota Republican Congressman Eric Paulsen, member of the House Ways and Means Committee, joining us from Minneapolis. Congressman, we just heard Senator Bernie Sanders, call it Robin Hood in reverse. Is he right or way off base?
Well, good morning, Eric. First of all, he's wrong. As we move forward on the framework, this is about middle-class income Americans a clear tax cut, and most importantly, focusing on growth with small business tax cuts. So we're lowering the rates significantly. We're expanding the middle-class opportunities, and this is what we really need to get above 2% economic growth. So, it's true we have to work on a lot more details, so we're still in that feedback role, but a lot's going to be happening in the next month here.
But what about those critics who say, they think it's another Republican gift to the rich?
Well, that's nonsense. Actually, this is something that no one is defending the status quo. We've had multiple hearings in the Ways and Means Committee, the Tax Writing Committee. The Democrats agree we need to fix the international tax components to make our companies more competitive, to keep American jobs, manufacturing, research here at home, as well as lower rates for everyone, but boost the middle class, which is really the driver of our economy. So I'm convinced that we're actually going to make progress on a bipartisan basis in that direction because no one is defending the status quo we have right now.
The president is calling it rocket fuel. I mean, and he's boasting, rightly so, that the GDP bumped up above 3%. It's 3.1% now. No one expected that. But let me look at some of the numbers that you just laid out. As you said, the corporate rate would go from 35 to 20%. The pass-through rate, and that's 90% of the businesses. That's, small business would be 25%. It would also repeal the estate tax, like 11 million or so with couples. Get rid of the alternate minimum tax, that's the AMT. That affects a lot of wealthy people. But then you got the state and local deductions. You think that's going to survive? Because you got like 136 congressional districts that affect that. And in the blue states, New York, New Jersey, California, they're going to be screaming.
Well, every one of those provisions you mentioned are really important to boosting our economy. And the last provision you mentioned, we are going to be looking in greater detail at the state and local deduction and making sure that that is also geared towards helping the middle class. So we're listening as we go forward on those details where the brackets break off. And also, most importantly, knowing that as we grow the above 2.9, 3.1%, we got to have that sustainable in the long term because too many Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. This is about boosting wages, lifting paychecks, and that helps grow the economy across the board, whether you're saving for higher education for your kids or saving for your retirement down the road.
Yeah, the 529 stay, thankfully, and the 401ks, stay. But also, show you the brackets. This is why it's kind of a screwy mess. Look at this list. I don't know if you can see the screen. On one side, you got 7 numbers from 10% at the lowest to 39.6. This plan reduces it to only 3. You see 12, 25, and 35%. Do you have any guess on which, for the middle class, would they mostly be in the 25%?
They're going to mostly be in that 25% zone, as well as there's also going to be a group of folks that go down to 0%. It's no different when some of the tax rates changed with Ronald Reagan's reform, and there were a lot of Democrats that supported that. We went from 11%, I think, down to 0. And at that higher rate of 35%, look, a lot of those folks right now are also small Main Street mom-and-pop business owners. That's where 90-some% of our businesses file right now. They're going to go to a 25% rate on their business income. That's really going to be a big benefit and boost to our economy and for employees at these places.
Yeah, the Tax Policy Center saying that on average we would all save $1,600, and that's a start. And finally, look, after 2 failures with health care, do you think you guys can get it done?
I do, and here's why. One, there's a few lessons learned with health care where now we're moving forward more uniformly, where the Senate, the House, and the administration are talking jointly day by day. That's a better start, and we're not looking at passing this on the anniversary of some date here and there. This is about getting it right, getting the policy right, with the goal of doing it by year end so that when the new tax year starts, it's ready to move forward with permanence, with certainty and predictability so investors can invest in their people and their capital equipment. That's strong for our.
That's what it's about. Congressman Eric Paulsen from Minneapolis today. Thank you so much. And good luck with the Vikings, by the way.